This was one of the more unique stages for the Mid Atlantic Rimfire Series finale. It was a mover, but it was oriented vertically, so you still had to come up with your holds, but you weren't doing them laterally. It was going to be above or below the target, depending on which direction it was going. For this one, we had to alternate engaging the rocket and the parachute jumper. For the rocket, we could only engage it when it was going from the bottom to the top of the rack, but for the parachute jumper, we could only engage it when it was going top to bottom. So sometimes we had to wait for the target to get all the way to the end of the mover and turn around before we could engage it. My lead for each of these targets was about 1 mil. This was difficult enough on the rocket because the rocket was a relatively small target. On the parachute jumper though, I should have done probably closer to a half mil lead. The problem that I was running into with the full mil was I was breaking that shot with the 1 mil mark at his feet. So as he traveled down, that impact that should go center was hitting his shoulders or his head. As you see though, I've got that big wide open parachute that I could have been engaging. If I'd done a half mil lead, all of those impacts would have hit the parachute. So any small variations in wind or my fundamentals that caused misses on left or right of his body would have clipped the edges of the parachute. As you can see at the beginning, I was engaging all of my targets at about the center of the mover. This was because since the direction dictated when we could engage it, it didn't matter where in that travel that we engaged it. As I neared the end of the stage though, I started engaging them right as they turned around because I knew I was reaching that point that I might time out. And I get my last shot off about 1.5 seconds before the timer runs out. As always, like, follow, and subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thanks for watching.